All right, guys, so we're here in the shop. I am excited. Here's the car, sitting pretty on the lift. Right now I'm setting up the, the engine support bar, and we're just gonna get it set up so that we can have it across here and ready to go. Ran into a problem already. I do not have the, the tow hitch for this little boat hole right here that you hook up to the stand. So we're going to rig it. I feel like I can do a good job at that. So as long as it holds it up, I'm good. You know, it won't be safe, but it's definitely going to be doable. So let's get it, baby. I'm ready. Let's go. Go ahead and get the camera and all that set up so that y'all can just get it from, like I said, from start to finish. Waiting on my friends to get here. They're on their way. So while they're headed here, I'm just going to go ahead and get the camera set up and get everything going. So let's get it. I found some good lifting points to put the holster on the car, and it hold pretty fine, I think. So before we put that on, I already got it somewhat set up. But before we put that on, I'm gonna go ahead and take off the coolant reservoir, these canisters right here. I'm gonna move on to the air box, and I'm gonna move this inlet here out the way because it's in my way of the mounting point that I'm potentially going to use. So let's go ahead and do that. hooked up. I'm gonna show y'all the places that I hooked it up to. So one spot is, as you can see, that bolt right there. If it focuses, it will not. Okay, so as you can see, it's kind of blurry, but you can see where the chain and the bolt is hooked up at. Right here, somewhat on the end where the alternator is at, right about there. And I did two, I believe it used to be a bracket right here from the stock inlets, but obviously I'm gonna upgrade it, so I don't need that anymore. So I just utilized the hole cell right there. Obviously, those two is probably the most sketchiest. I'm pretty sure it's way more sketchy than this bolt right here, and which is why I did 2 points of contact instead of just one hole. So I'm pretty sure this is going to hold pretty well. I'm hoping, but I know this guaranteed is going to hold, just because the difference in bolt sizes. But like I said, all I cared more about points of contact than about what holes I initially use. So since I got two on this one and they're smaller bolts, I feel like it'll equal to the same amount of weight as this one over here. So I think I did good with picking that. So, let's continue. Since we got this set up, obviously, let's just break down everything that we already done did. Got the coolant reservoir, the canisters out, we got the air box out, we got the inlet out of the way, and we got the engine hoist scrapped up and ready to go. So basically everything up top is done. So now we're gonna move on to the bottom half, which is the main part that, that's where all the gold is at. So for now, we're just gonna go ahead and take all the parts out of the car, set them to the side, and then we're gonna lift this bad boy up in the air and, make a game plan down there. So let's get to it. Got the car up in the air. Game plan I'm thinking about is we're gonna start from the exhaust and work our way back up. So I'm on a custom exhaust, so it'll probably be a little bit easier to take my exhaust off. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but I'm gonna start with basically this is considered a mid pipe, because it goes from my down pipes back to my aftermarket resonator. So I'm gonna take this piece out, and then I'm gonna move to the down pipes next, and then we're gonna move to the left and right front tires and all the suspension parts on that end. And then at that point, we just basically worry about dropping this entire lower frame. So let's get to it. I had a little issue with pulling the down pipes out. The O2 sensors got caught up top, so I had to bring the car back down and move the wire around, fish it downwards to the bottom to get the down pipes to come out. Unfortunately, I did not get any footage of that. I don't know what happened with the camera. I pressed record, but it didn't start recording, so, it's whatever. We're gonna move on to the next thing. It's a lot harder, or it takes a lot longer to record and work at the same time, but we getting it done. So let's go. All right, y'all. So done with the passenger side. I got everything disconnected. This thing is loose. So we're gonna move on to the driver's side. Haven't started it yet, but the GoPro is dying. So I'm gonna put it on the charger, let it charge. And while that's happening, I'm just gonna go ahead and knock out the driver's side. And then hopefully by the time I'm done with that, maybe I got enough juice to get a video of me loosening the bottom subframe up. So we'll be back. So we back. Got this motherfucking cradle out. It took all 4 of us to manhandle that motherfucker out, but we got it out. Oh, my flashlight there, no it's not. As you can see, that's the turbos. So I'm gonna start with taking the motor mount out, and then we're gonna move on to the water pump thermostat and the actual coolant line itself, and then turbos next. So let's get to it. All right, guys, so we came to a stopping point. So we got it to the point where the turbos are showing, everything disconnected. I got the inlets, both inlets disconnected, outlets disconnected. I got the coolant lines disconnected. The only things that I need disconnected is the oil lines, which I will do tomorrow. The GoPro ran out of storage, so I'm gonna have to take it home, edit, clear it all, and start tomorrow. So, like I said, guys, it wasn't bad. Like I said, I pushed a lot of time back, but you know, we got it done in a timely manner. I didn't get to the goal that I wanted to reach, which was having the turbos out by tonight. So, but that's all right. We got to the point where it's just the turbos, and that's it that needs to be taken out tomorrow, which is the point that I wanted to get to anyway, at least. So, you know, like I said, the job is not too bad. It's not too bad, not too shabby. Like I said, you do need helping hands, though. Don't get me wrong, you do need helping hands. If you're going to do this at home by yourself, it's going to take you longer than you think. Shout out to 0 to 60 because I watched his video, and when I seen it, what happened? He stopped at the same stopping point that I'm at right now, and I was trying to beat that stopping point, but obviously I'm just, you know, it just wasn't possible. So looking good. We're gonna come back in the morning, early in the morning, 8 a.m. sharp, and get straight to it, take the turbos out, put the new turbos in, and probably get the first start up tomorrow. So see you guys tomorrow. Peace.